that took quite a while to actually start the stream up and stuff, as I had to update quite some stuff, my controller, PS5, and the game itself. So round of season 5 group C here has underway, and quite some people have already set a time. Obviously, it's been a few weeks since I've commentated for the last time, so and let me just check the standings. I think James is actually already champion, so let me just check it real quick. As indeed 1509, so that's last week. So since last week, James has been champion. So there's no real point for him to race. I think he might actually do a loss the first time, because he has not set a time yet. He might go out later on in the session, of course, but we will have to wait and see for that. So currently we have Striding in P1, as we have Kevin van Dijk in P2 right now. Let me just put these things correctly. I think, yeah. So Kevin van Dijk in P2, like I said, only 1.5 tenths behind Striding. Of course, Brazil was a very, very short track, so the differences are gonna be quite small. As Cam Dude is in P3 here, only 3 tenths behind Striding. So like I said, gaps are quite small, as we have Bono in P4 and I don't think, let me see, no, Dargo is not here actually. So Dargo is not racing, and obviously already lost the championship. He just missed out on quite some points occasionally, so not the ideal season for him, but he will be looking to definitely do better next season. I'm not sure if he will be racing Group C as well, but we'll have to wait and see. So I'll just see who's in the up right now. It's not Garso, he has abandoned the lap, he hasn't validated. I think Kendricks might be the first one on the lap here, or Dixon. No, it's Kendricks. So we'll just go on board with Kendricks, see if he's improving to the middle sector here. Of course, the very tight little sector, you really want to keep it close to the curve on the inside there, and minimize the distance. There's a car in front of him. I think, are we racing with the normal cars? I think we are, but there's a bit of a glitch actually. That the normal cars have equal power force, as the Williams gets blocked here. I'm not sure who that is, but it is one of the Alpines, like I said. I think it's Bart here, who's starting his lap, but he has completely blocked Kendricks here, which is not ideal for Kendricks, of course. So I'm sure it's cool to have a look at that, as Kendricks improves by 7 tenths here, which is a big improvement. 198, considering he got blocked in the last corner. Not too bad as someone pops up to I think we are racing with F1 World Cars, as like I said, there's a glitch. Yeah, someone managed to fuck up again, and there's a glitch that the engine performance are realistic instead of equal, so that's not ideal at all. Let me just grab the check with me. So currently Striding still on P1. Let me just go on board with him. I think he's on the lap actually. He is just starting his lap, so we'll just go on board and watch him, as I actually have Bora going up into P4 here. So a very nice lap by Bora indeed. I did not see Striding his first sector, so I'm not sure if he's improving or not. I think he is improving, as down into 6th here for the double right-hander. And of course very easy to validate. He goes a bit wider. You actually want to cut the curve there on the inside. You want to keep it tight here, as he manages to get quite a nice rotation there, as you want to brake here when the grass starts and then hit the apex. If he does that nicely as well, he's looking to be a decent lap. There's a car in front of him. I hope he doesn't block now, but he'll nicely. Striding is actually a 10th up, so it will be a bit of an improvement from his time already, as the last corner looked pretty clean as well. So Striding heading up to the line. Of course, the last sector is pretty much one corner and then straight, so the last sector is pretty much depending on your straight line speed. So let's see where he can really improve by a 10th, 108.6, so that improves his advantage to 3 tenths here, as Kevin will be looking to strike back, but he actually hasn't validated. He was about half a tenth up in the first sector, so Kevin definitely has some time in the lap as well, as we have Candu here. Let's see if he can improve through the middle sector. As he's up 6:10, so that's going to be a huge improvement. He will be looking to go up into P1. It would put him in P1 by around 2 tenths, but he had a quite a slight slip out of the final corner, which is not ideal, of course, but I think he will still take P1. He does with a 083, so 3 tenths clear from Shredding. Really well done by Ken here. I think that is his first personal pole of the season. Of course, with James not setting a time and Darrell not being here, we're gonna have a bit of a mixed order, as of course the two fastest guys are not gonna be at the front in qualifying, and the track is definitely a track where we will see close gaps in qualifying, as the track is of course pretty short, so there's not a lot of time to be made up. As let's see if anyone's on the left. I think EXO is just finishing his lap. He is actually, so he's going on board with Bonner, who is not on lap as well. Is Siebert on? No, he's not on lap. Let's see, he's already validated. Let's see if Spiderweb is on the lap. He looks to be on the lap, so let's see if he can improve. He will be looking to get at least up into the top 10 here. As with his current improvement, he would actually go up into the top 10. He would only need to improve around a 10 to go up into the top 10. That's how close it is, like 5 or 6 plays within 1/10. So Spider will be looking to improve here across the line. Spider goes up into P7 here, so really nice led by him. Just 2 thousandths in front of Seabird, who heads into the pits, as I think Crush Tier T is on lap now. 4 tenths up in the first sector. Of course, his first lap was not very ideal. He will be looking to improve at least by around 2 seconds, and maybe even a bit more, as there's a car in front of him. I'm not sure who that is. I think that is let's see, I'm not sure, as the car goes out of the way pretty nicely. So the car wasn't a big deal. Let's see if Crush Tier T can round the lap off and improve a few positions, as he is nearly at the back right now. Only bar 2 is behind him, as he is second up. That's not enough actually. He needs to improve quite a bit more, but he might have made a mistake in the last sector on his previous run, so he will be looking as he touches the grass there. I'm not sure why he did that, but it might just be a little mistake. Obviously those things can happen as he goes into the 1/10, so a good improvement across here there, as Hicksy's on the lap as well. Now he is actually invalidated, so I think he might start a lap. He actually does start a lap, so let's go on board with Burak, who is just starting his lap as well to the first sector. Let's see if he can improve. He is only half a 10 down, but the track is obviously still pretty long from the first sector. I think the most time is to be made up in the second sector, not in the first sector. The first sector you only have the Senna S is in at the start at turn 1, 2, 3, and then the left-hander for turn 4. So yeah, not a lot of time to be made up. So he will be looking to improve, as he actually nails his corner pretty good. Speed as well. So he is up 3 tenths here, like I said, which would actually put him near the second row. So he will be looking to get up into P3 or P4, as right now Shredding and EXO are up there, as Borak comes across the finish line, and he goes up into P5 here and just misses out on the second row. It will be third row for him provisionally, but Ken Dude is out on the outlap again as well. So as he is in P1, we will spectate him, as there's a car on the left hand side, but it goes out of the way, so the car is not a real problem, as right now the top P12 till P6 is actually within 3 tenths of each other, so that's really close. So that's what we like to see. Of course, there will be some exciting battles in the race, as I did not see if Cam Dude is up in his first sector. He's up by 1.5 tenths, so Cam Dude here absolutely flying through the first sector. He will be looking to go into the 107 here. Let's see if he's able to go into the 107. Went a bit wide there through that double right-hander, but it manages to hook the next corner up quite nicely. This one as well, good rotation, no snap on the exit here, as he managed to open up the corner. No rear locking. There's a bit of a moment here. Obviously you go on throttle Downhill is actually invalidates. He already made a mistake, so he was 2 tenths down on his lap time. So I think that's qualifying over again, dude. Obviously, he still has a 2 tenths advantage to Jay, who actually put it on the front row right now. I didn't even see that, but Shredding in P3 right now, he will be looking to improve that lap. As Hickey is actually retired. I'm not sure if it was on track or not, but there's no idea for Hickey. He might get jumped by quite a few people, as P11 is only 2 tenths behind the Hickey. So yeah, the gaps are really close. You can't afford to make a mistake here, as Kevin van Dijk is actually 4 tenths up, which could put him in contention for P1 as he tries to get a little bit of a slipstream, but I don't think that was the right choice. I think he should just try then get the short racing line, but he tried it. Let's see if he can put it on the front row. Does he does. P2 only 10th behind Cam Dutch, a really good lap by Kevin here. I think he might have improved a bit more if he tried to take that tighter line through the final bit of straight, but nothing we can do about it now. It's starting on the out lap as well, as Exo is actually on a push lap, I think. I think he's a 10th up. He is a 10th up, but there's a car in front of him. It's a bird again. I hope it's not, but it is. Bird has impeded 2 people so far in this qualifying session, which is not ideal at all. But I'm not sure if Bird was on the lap or not. I didn't actually see, but I hope Exo did not lose time, but that he actually invalidated. So there's not ideal at all. I'm sure the stewards will have a look at that, but I'm not sure what happened there. As let's see who's on lap next. I think Jay might be on lap. No, Jay is not. I think Stredding is not on lap, so we're gonna watch on board with Stredding here as he comes across the line to start a lap. He will be looking to take the pole. He will have to improve by around 3 tenths of a second. So takes turn 1, 2 quite nicely. Of course, turn 3 easy flat out as Kevin retires in the pit lane here. So let's see if Freddy can improve. He's only 5 thousandths down in the first sector. So still all to play for in this lap. As Stredding comes into the double right-hander here now. Want to keep it close to the inside. He manages to hook it up quite nicely. Want to cut this next corner as much as possible, as he actually nails it. The minimum speed was quite low, but he still took a good line through there. So the lap is looking promising so far for Stredding here, as he does not break on the grass, which is the most important thing in the corner, as he does not get a snap as well. The lap is looking pretty tidy here right now. No moment as well through there. He's 1.5 tenths up. He broke a bit on the grass in the final corner. That might have cost him some time, but let's see if Stredding is able to improve. Let's see if he's able to pull off a front row or maybe even a pole position, as Camdude is not on the lap anymore, or he is actually. So Camdude will be looking to improve as well. Stredding comes across the line and puts it up into P4. He only improves 1 position, I think. No, he doesn't improve any position, so there's no idea. Stredding lost a lot of time in the final sector there, as Camdude is on the lap as well. Let's see if he's able to improve through the second sector now. I did not see if he's improving in the first sector, but the lap is looking pretty tight so far. Let's see if he can keep it between the white lines and not get a moment out of this corner right now, as he does not get a moment this time around. So this lap looking quite a lot nicer than the previous one, and he's actually 2 tenths up, but he breaks on the grass and he loses it. This is what I was talking about. It's really easy to lose the rear end here, as you can break on the grass really easily. So that's no idea at all. Let's see if Jay can improve. Let's see if Jay can actually steal the pull away. Camdude was on for a 2-tenth improvement, but he binned it. Let's see if Jay can actually steal it away from Camdude here now, as he's only a quarter of a tenth up right now, but he might find some time in the final sector here. Let's see if Jay can get it on the front row, or maybe even on pole position. Does Jay pull it off? He does not pull it off. He goes 12 thousandths behind Kevin van Dijk, actually 17 thousandths, but Jay with a little bit of an improvement through the final sector there, but he does not manage to improve position here, as it is qualifying over as well, as Kendrick's actually been disqualified. I'm not sure what that's about. Obviously we still have Gaming James, our championship winner, at the back of the grid. I think he's gonna try a loss the first 7, so let's see how far he can come through this race. He will be looking to make up quite some positions in the race here, as we actually have let's see, Camdude in P1 here, Kevin in P2, Jay in P3, Stredding in P4, Exo in P5, Burke in P6, Hicksy in P7, Human Eater in P8, Seabird in P9, Garzo in P10, Bono in P11, Spider in P12, Puma in P13, Oreo in P14, Guardian Knight in P15, Crosstier T in P16, Bar2 in P17, Gaming James in P18, and then Kendricks in P19, I think. He got disqualified for parking at unsafe spot there, but I'm not sure what that was about. So just waiting for the race now. It might actually rain in the race. It does rain. It does not rain, but it's really cloudy, so we might have a chance a little rain here in the race, as that obviously makes the race a bit more exciting for us. So we're gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, Brazil is a great track to battle. The Deers being super powerful first game. There will be a lot of overtakes into turn 1, so we're just gonna have to wait and see what the guys do. So I'm actually gonna go downstairs to grab a drink real quick. So I'll be right back with you guys. As we have 4 lights right now. I'm not sure if formation lap is on. I don't think it is. So it's lights out and away we go. Let's see what strategies you guys chose. I think Ken did it on the medium compound tires and Kevin is on the hards. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I think Jay and Ken do on the medium compound tires. Jay actually makes a move as someone has been spun around as cross tier T, but Jay under pressure from Kevin. I don't think Kevin will try a move as Jay is obviously on the softer compound tires. So Jay and Kevin will be looking to create a bit of a gap between him and Kevin, as Kevin will be quicker later on already as someone has spun. I think that's Garzo has no idea as James already up into P11 on those mediums. So really well done by James as he actually nearly collects the back of Hixie. Hixie loses it. I think it's Hixie in the wall. No, it's not, just him off track a bit, as people are going side by side, Oreo and Puma going at it, as I think right now James has the best start so far, up into P10 already. The guys in front are gonna have to worry a bit here, as James is looking really strong, as Axel on those mediums makes a move on Kevin as the top 2 J, and Clem dude has already broken out the ERS for Axel. So Axel will have to use a bit of his ERS to try and catch up, as he actually does, as Jay makes a move on Clem dude. What we're talking about, the slipstream being so powerful this year, slipstream and the ERS. Jay already makes a move before the ERS is already open, so let's see if Camden can come back at him here into turn 4. As using a bit of his ERS, these guys are battling, which is obviously not very smart, as Camden actually runs to the back of Jay there a bit, but all good. No, it does not end in tears there, so you guys will need to be a bit more careful next time around. You don't want to punch each other off track, obviously. Punt each other off track, I mean. As that's actually Burke out of the session here. I'm not sure what's happened there. I think he's lost it on the left hand side. That's a really weird place to lose it, actually. I'm not sure what's happened there, but yeah, no idea for Burke, as there's a full safety car already now. So let's actually check the tires real quick. Let me actually go to tires. Kendricks on his softs will be very pleased with it, as he will be looking to box to maybe a fresh set of hards now, but I'm not sure if it's too early for that. I'm not aware of the tire wear in around this track, as actually can do this into the pits. I'm not sure why. He's at the front on those mediums. He might have a bit of front wing damage, obviously, as he ran into Jay there. We're gonna have to wait and see. Let's see if he does have a bit of front wing damage. He does actually have front wing damage, so that's why he is pitting. So that's not ideal for Kendrick. He will be at the back of the grid, and he will be looking to make his way back to the front pretty quickly. But obviously he's on those hard, so they don't have a lot of grip. So that's not ideal for Kendrick there, as that leaves Jay in the lead with Axel behind. Actually, Kevin is still in P3 as a safety car is actually really good for him. Because now the medium runners can get away with those extra grip of the mediums. So Kevin and Stradling will be really pleased with the safety car here, as it will take a few laps for the safety car to come in, and by the time the safety car comes in, those mediums will be a lot less quick than they were at the start of the race compared to the hards. Obviously, as you know, hards having less tire wear, by having less grip as well, the more you drive on them, the more the race will come to you. So I think the safety car will stay out for 1 or 2 more laps here, as currently Jay is in P1 leading the race here, starting in P3. He is looking very strong so far, as James is already up into P7. This safety car is now really bad for him, as well as now everyone is back up bunched together again, and the time he lost overtaking those 10 other people, or probably even like 12 other people, is all made up now because of the safety car here. So James will be pretty pleased with that safety car as well. So as Igarzo comes in the pits again, he might go to a fresh set of hard tires here. I don't think hards will last, as 20 on one compound tire is a bit too long, I think. So I think safety car will be in this lap. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So I'm just waiting for the safety car to come in here. I'm just stretching a bit, as my back is pretty sore, so don't mind me making a bunch of weird noises. But as actually Garden is overtaking Oreo, I'm not sure what's that on about, but I think that was just Oreo braking a bit early or something, and Garden Knight overshooting it, so all good now. So no positions gained or lost. I think safety car will be in this lap. We will know in a couple of seconds actually, when they go into the third sector. So safety car is in this lap. Game is still on Dutch, so you will not understand what's at the top of the screen. So Jay here leading the pack, warming his tires, and we will have to wait and see when he's going to restart. I don't think there will be rain anytime soon, as those other guys just boxed. I'm not sure why they will box if there's gonna be rain soon. So we're gonna have to wait and see when Jay goes. Actually, Bono gets a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Cam Dude, as these guys are overtaking each other. Down to turn 1 on Exo here, as he tries to go around the outside of turn 1. He does not make it stick. He just slots back in behind Kevin there, as Stradling still in P4 here behind those two guys. Spider in P5, James already up into P6. He's made another P6 really well done. Someone's actually going wide. I think that's Exo rejoining the track here. Let's see if James can overtake him as well. James is a bit too far back, but Exo drops back down into P5 here. Just happy to see him back on track again, as there's a bit of lag here. Someone's actually crashed. There's another safety car. I'm not sure what happened, but someone has crashed. Is it in the pit lane? Has someone crashed in the pit lane? On pit entry? No, you gotta be kidding me, right? Bartu, did he just crash on pit entry? There was a random wheel in the middle of the pit entry, and his car was reset back on track at the place where your car will be reset back in the middle of the track. When you hit the pit wall, that was very strange. There was a random wheel in the middle of the pit, so I'm not sure what that was on about, as this safety car is a bit nicer for Kendricks, as he can actually box to a fresh set of mediums or hards. He's gonna go to the hard compound tires here, as Kendricks obviously started on those softs. I'm gonna have to see if the wheel is there still in the middle of the pit lane. I don't think it is. No, it's despawned, but I'm pretty sure I'm not crazy. I think a Bartu crashed at the pit exit, so if anyone knows a bit more than I do, please let me know what happened there, as I'm not completely sure. I was spectating the front, but gaining James up into P6. His race could not have gone any better so far. He has made up, I think, around 13 positions. Let me actually check real quick. He has made up 12 positions so far, started from P18. Spiderweb making up 8 positions as well, so that's very well done by him indeed as well, as the rest of the field is still pretty much the same. Obviously, Chem Dude has lost a lot of positions. He has to had to box for a new front wing when he ran into the back of Jay there into turn 4, so he will be looking to overtake quite some people as well, as this race is actually really long and this safety car is not helping at all, and I'm super tired as well. So can we just please stop causing safety cars so I can go to bed soon as well? That would be very nice, but yeah, we're just gonna have to wait. Safety car stays out another lap. I'm not sure. Well, now everyone is caught up. Bono can actually have to hurry up and make the safety car's taking me a bit too long, but yeah, safety car's just annoying, innit? It's just have to wait. But I'm pretty sure Bartu crashed into the pit water, but I'm not sure how he managed to do that, as Siebert and Puma overtaking each other. I'm not sure why, but yeah, just a little incident, but we'll have to wait till the safety car comes in, as Jay is currently still leading. His pace is looking pretty solid, as he has not made any mistake so far, as Kevin has not as well. Kevin will be very pleased about how the race is going, still in P2 on his hards, but obviously the race will start to come to his side, as the longer they will drive, the quicker Kevin will get compared to Jay here. So same actually also Stredding, so Kevin and Stredding looking pretty strong here, as I think nearly the rest of the field is all on me. The safety car's in this lap again, like I said before. The game is still on Dutch, so you will not understand what it says, but let's see if Jay can do such a great restart again like he did last time. Caught I think it was Axel sleeping there a bit, so let's see if he can do that again. He is weaving left to right to warm his tires. Let's see when he goes. He will go, I think, in a few seconds, just waiting, warming his tires. Let's see when he goes. The later you go, the less straight the other guys have to overtake you. As he does a great restart again, well done by Jay there, as there's a bit of overtaking here. Let's see if James can overtake someone he cannot. As someone actually spun here, let's see who it is. Kennedy on the outsider overtakes Garzo. They're actually still side by side. Let's see if they made a bit of contact. They did. Garzo off track here. Let's see if he rejoins in a safe manner. Everything goes alright, luckily, as Hicksy trying to overtake Siebert here, as Kendricks overtakes Krusty. He's still side by side through the next couple of corners, as we're just spectating this battle from Bono. Let's see if they crash here. No, they do not come together, as someone in front has come together. I think that's Hicksy and Camdude who have come together. So that's not ideal at all, but just gonna have to carry on, spin back around and carry on. That's the only thing you can do, as that's actually Puma going a bit wide, or Uni are going a bit wide, and Puma coming through. So very well done by Puma indeed. As there's actually Axel off track, Axel not having the best of his races. He's already made 2 mistakes, went off track twice, and he has lost 9 positions with those 2 incidents. So that's not ideal at all for him. So Axel will have to look to keep it on track a bit more, as we actually have James looking at the pedal in front from Spiderweb and treading, as Spiderweb actually goes up and off and gets a very bad exit. So James will be looking to overtake Spiderweb into turn 4. He does brake late. Will he overtake him? But still side by side. He pushes Spiderweb off a bit, but he does get the place back as he pushed Spiderweb up. So that's very sportsmanlike from James here, as that actually causes Puma to re-overtake him. They're still side by side, as actually that is Spiderweb who goes a bit wide, which lets James through. So James overtaking Spiderweb there and defending from Puma at the same time. So really well done by James here, as actually the human eater gets overtaken by Siebert all the way around. I'm not sure, but Jay creating a bit of breathing space now. 8/10 is the gap. Let's see if he's able to pull away a bit more, as Shredding has actually lost the DRS already. But he's using as well. I'm not sure why he has lost so much time, but Shredding not looking to have the pace to keep up with those top two guys. Let's see if James is able to close the gap here, as DRS is actually enabled. So Kevin is in the DRS of Jay. Is actually someone that's retired on check. That's another safety car. What the fuck is this, mate? There have been 3 retirements, 3 safety cars in 10 laps. We have raced 2 laps so far. As Axel was retired as well. Yeah, I'm not sure why there has been 3 safety cars, man. Come on. What is this about? That's just annoying, to be honest. Let's see if the safety car is on increased or not. But that's just a bit annoying, isn't it? I think it's rules and flags. Safety cars are reduced, and there have been 3 incidents and 3 safety cars. What is this game on about? Oh my god. What? That is so annoying. Another safety car. As some people are actually boxing, so this safety car does give the opportunity to the medium runners to box, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's another safety car in 2 laps or 3 laps. So James actually going to the soft compound tires and changing his front wing. What did James do? Did he crash into the pit wall or something? I'm not sure why James had front wing damage, but yeah, we're just gonna have to weigh and see if the front wing damage was that significant in his pace. So James might actually be flying after this a little safety car here, as he had front wing damage and he does not have front wing damage anymore now. So that's ideal for James there, as currently Kevin in P1 on those 10 level old hards, then Stradding in P2 on those 10 level old hards, Spiderweb in P3 on 10 level mediums, but so he will be dropping in pace quite significantly over the next few laps, and then Cam Dude on those 8 level old hards, as he obviously boxed during the first safety car. So Junior in P5, Kendrick in P6, Cars on P7, Jay in P9, he is the first one on new hard compound tires. As you can see, the further we go down the field, the fresher the tires get on cross tier T, besides cross tier T obviously, as someone is deciding that's Bono. Bono gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, which is obviously not ideal for Bono. I'm not sure why he did that, but yeah, nothing he can do about it now, so he will just have to probably pit again to serve it. Unless he obviously retires, but I don't think he will. Just waiting for the safety car to come in. Yeah, I don't blame you at all. I think you're James going to the softs, as there have been 3 safety cars in 10 laps. So I would not be surprised at all if there's a 4th one in the next couple of laps, or at least the next couple of 8 laps, something around that. As I'm not sure, but the game has given a safety car out every time someone has retired. They did not even crash; it was just a retirement on track, I think. And the game put out a full safety car, so that's not ideal at all. So yeah, don't blame you at all for gambling, and those softs are going to be absolutely rapid at the start. So and otherwise, everyone is going to have to box again. I'm not sure if those hearts are gonna last 24 laps, and otherwise they're gonna be absolutely shit wasted at not shit wasted, something else, but absolutely torn down at the end of the race. As the safety car's in his lap, so let's see when Kevin decides to go. He's still warming his tires here, so shredding a bit too. Let's see if he is awake and is able to overtake Kevin on the safety car restart here. As Spiderweb has left the session, I'm not sure why. I think he must have disconnected. There's no idea with his MP3, so he will be absolutely smashing his Wi-Fi here or the game, as Kevin has gone shredding a relatively decent restart as Candid overtakes Spiderweb into turn 1 here, who obviously is on the disconnect, so on AI, so it's not ideal for him, as James is looking to make his way through. We'll respect him for a bit as he is on those softs, and he will be absolutely rubber. Let's see if he makes a dive from here into turn 4. I don't think he will, but I think the car head has gone pretty deep. T-crosses as he's actually spun and taken James with him, so that's not ideal for James at all. Very unlucky here. I think Crosshair T went on the outside curb, spun it. We're just a bit too hard into the corner. Now James is front doing damage again, so that's not ideal at all. Spiderweb still disconnected. Oh, that's your Spiderweb. Yeah, that's not ideal. I saw it. Do you have an invite, or do I need to invite you? I don't think I can invite you, as I don't have you on PS Friends or on EA Friends, so that is sad, but we'll have to wait and see if you can join back. But in the meantime, Kevin's still in P1 on those older hearts, of course. He will be looking to extend the gap a bit, to break out of the as Kendrick's up into P4 now on those fresher hearts. He will be looking to make up a bit more position, as he obviously has quicker tires than the rest of the guys in front. So Jay looking pretty good. But actually someone has crashed in the back. I'm not sure what that was about. I saw pieces of carbon flying around. I'm not sure from who that was. I think that might have been from someone around Hixia's place. But yeah, we're just gonna have to wait to see who boxes in the next few laps to get their wing replaced, as Jay and I think it's Uni. They're going side by side through the whole S section, so that's a really nice battling there. But Uni losing another position to Puma there, so that's not ideal for him at all. But Jay will be flying in the next few laps, as he is on those fresh hearts, and yeah, he will be probably the quickest, considering he was leading. Someone is gonna off track. I think that's Human Eater and Seabird both off track. I said this. Human Eater retired on track. I think that's not ideal. No, I think he retired on track, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that's not ideal at all for Human Eater and for the rest of the race. Luckily, there's not another safety car. Otherwise, I would have pooped my ears out, as another safety car would have driven me nuts. But Jay here in P4 has overtaken Kendricks as well, I think. So he will be looking to overtake Camdude on short notice as well. He will be knocking on the door from Kevin as well pretty soon, as Jay is really flying on those fresher hearts. Obviously what we expected, as those hearts are just a lot quicker, a lot more grip than those older hearts, as I think Jay will actually make it to the end of the race. Let's see if he overtakes Camdude down the inside. A really well executed move by Jay there, as Camdude actually had a little wobble on the exit of turn 8, I think, and then or turn 9, and then Jay just sent it down the inside of turn 10. So we're really well executed by Jay there, and let's see if he can instantly overtake Shredding as well. Shredding does not have any DRS, so he will be defending with all his DRS, as you can see he is using. But so is Jay using quite a bit. Let's see if he sends it down the inside of turn 1. He does not. He just sticks behind turn 1 for behind Shredding for now, as there's obviously another DRS zone after this, and I think he will just cruise past Shredding on fresher tires. Yeah, he does. Shredding does not even put up a fight. He's not using. So Jay looking very strong here, but his tires will be deteriorating pretty quickly at the end of the race here. So he will be looking to save his tires, but his tires still have to go 20 more laps, so he'll have to do 25 laps on those hards. But currently the next guy that has fresh hards is down in P6, and I don't think the mediums will last to the end, but the hards might do last till the end. So we're just gonna have to wait and see if Jay decides to box for another time. But he can actually box for another time because Kevin, Shredding, Camdude, Kendricks, and all the other people besides James and Kendricks and Puma still have to box. So if Jay decides to box, he will only have to overtake one person. And so someone is off. I think that is Crustier T who is off here, as he actually retired. Don't tell me you retired on track, mate. Otherwise it would have been a third so far. Please don't call a safety car. Please, no safety car. As he is actually retired. What is up with people, man? Don't fucking retire on track. It's not that hard, as Jay is actually in the lead. I completely missed it because some rare weirdo just retired on track. It's a third person in this race who is retired on track. Just don't fucking retire on track. Just drive to the pit and retire in the pits. Like, it's not that hard, to be honest. But it's no way I want to see. But anyway, Jay in P1 right now on those fresher tires. He will be creating quite a big gap pretty quickly, and Puma is not able to keep up with the guys up front on all the tires. So Puma actually gets overtaken by Hixie here. Puma and Hixie battling quite hardly. Hixie trying to overtake Puma, who actually goes on the switchback here, but he does not manage to make the move into the final corner. But he does have DRS onto the main straighter. Obviously Hixie's start will be a lot quicker than Puma's start, as he's on the softer compound softer. But let's see if he's able to make a move, as Puma does not even have DRS on the cars up front. So Puma using all his ERS to keep Hixie behind, but Hixie just brakes very late and actually goes off in doing so. But Bono already overtook Puma as well, so that gave Hixie a bit of breathing space when he went off track. But he gets overtaken by Bono, and actually Puma runs into the back of Hixie here, which is not ideal. He spins Hixie around a bit. I hope they don't have any damage, but Hixie losing quite a lot of time in coming together with Puma, so that's not ideal at all. James setting an 11.4, fast on track right now, but he is around 20 seconds back, so that's not ideal for him at all, as Hixie gets a penalty. Camdude overtaking Shredding on 17 leveled hards, as Jay will be looking what Shredding his pace is like, and obviously Kevin's as well, as they are on 70 level tires, and Jay will have to do 27 laps or 26 laps on those hards, which is not ideal obviously, but I think Jay will box another time around. But I think Jay has actually called the strategy perfect so far, as Shredding and Kendricks are battling into turn 1, side by side in turn 1. Let's see if they keep it clean. They actually do, as that Shredding making a move, or Kendricks making a move on Shredding. That's move sorted and move done. Shredding up down into P5, Kendricks up into P4. Let's see if Shredding can fend the guys behind off for a little while longer, as obviously he's on quite old tires, 18 lap old hards, while Bono and Siebert are on 9 and 8 lap old mediums. So the pace difference is just incredible. So Shredding really struggling here. He will have to pit soon. I think he will pit his lap to the medium compounded tires. I think it's actually the right call. Try and make an undercut on a person's up front. But as actually it's Shredding around. I'm not sure if he got tapped out or just putting it on the brakes, but it's not ideal at all for Shredding. He was actually doing quite well in this race so far, but that might just end up ruining his chances for as actually Hixie is retired. With that call, it's another safety car. That's actually perfect for everyone except I think it's perfect for everyone except Jay, who is actually on an incredible strategy. So Jay will not be thanking Hixie for that, but we have already gotten 3 people with time penalties on the safety car, 2 for speeding in the pit lane and 1 for speeding under the safety car, as Kendricks has gone to inters. Is it gonna rain at the end of the race here? I'm not sure why. The sun has started to shine a bit, so I don't expect any rain, but I might be wrong. Why has he gone to inters? Can anyone tell me if it's gonna rain? Is anyone watching the stream, one of the drivers? Is it gonna rain at the end of the race? because Kendricks has just gone to Inters. Well, it's completely dry. So I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm sure he will have a reason. Puma gets a drive-through as well. Already 2 people with a drive-through. That's not ideal at all. As you say, it's actually perfect for James, who obviously got spun around and lost a front ring. No threat of rain. Kendricks is smoking something different. He needs to tell me what he's smoking, as I need some of that stuff. But what is he on about? It's not raining. No threat of rain, and he is in Inters. He might have just selected the wrong compound tire, but yeah, he might have done a George Russell here, seeing the sweat on his visor. No, I was about to say, if you continue on those Inters now, I probably just selected the wrong compound, but that's not ideal at all for... Ah, no, that's such a shitty glitch. The game is just glitchy overall, to be honest. It's too glitchy. You might want to try and join again, Nick, because yeah, the game is just weird to be honest. I'm not sure why the game is not letting you take over. You have retired completely right now, so I am not sure what's happening, but you have just retired from the race completely. That is not the... No, that can't be on purpose, right? That probably wasn't your intention, but... Yeah, that's weird. That's just weird then. I'm not sure why, but I can still spectate you. Oh no, I can't, but... Yeah, that's just weird. Can you let me know if you did it on purpose, retire, or just... like went back to the lobby and then it retired you? I just closed my game, yeah. Yeah, well, fuck. Your card retired. I think the game is probably glitched, like the game probably synchronized you as taking over, and then you close your game and it caused you to retire or something, because I'm not sure at all what's happening, but this race has been a mess so far. 4 people already retiring on the track. Spider, who's actually Nick, not retiring but getting disconnected, then joining back, not being able to take his AI over, and then closing his game to try again and getting retired on track. So that's not ideal at all. Only 11 people in this race so far, with 2 having drive-through penalties. So this is not ideal at all. Well, was fun at the start. Yeah, it looked like a fun race, but it's been a mess, mate. We have only been driving like 10 laps so far. We've only done 10 race laps. I swear to God, we have not done any more than 10 race laps. We have actually had 4 safety cars, 4 times 3. So we've actually had 12 laps of racing, 12 laps of safety car. We've had more laps of safety car in this race so far than laps of racing. That has to be the weirdest statistic ever. So safety car in this lap. Puma is on a soft spot. I don't think they will lost to them in the race. So that's quite a big gamble from Puma. Let's actually see who will drive the penalty. Puma has a drive-through penalty. Garza has a drive-through penalty. Kendu has a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So that's not ideal at all. So let's see if they can still finish inside the points. Obviously, only one person will finish outside the points. So yeah. Let's see, restarting the race here. Jay is actually already in turn 1 and did not pay attention there at all. But a great restart from Jay again. We'll be looking to run away with it at the final race of the season here. So Puma and Candy up into P3 and 4. Puma having a drive-through penalty and will drop down to the back of the field around 20 seconds behind everyone. So that's not ideal at all. So please don't take any risk, Puma. You have a drive-through penalty. Just don't take anyone out, as James is overtaking quite a few people here as well. Cars are holding up. It's actually behind Bono. Bono holding up Garza, but Garza has drive to penalty as well, so that's not ideal for Garza, as Shredding will be looking to overtake Garza on a short notice. But back to the front here, Jay 5 tenths in front of Kevin. These guys had pretty similar pace at the start of the race. Well, obviously they have been on different compound tires, on different ages of the compound of tire, so or of tire itself. So this is the first time we actually get to see an equal battle between those two guys on the same compound of tire that are the same age, as Kevin looks to have a bit more straight line speed than Jay, but Jay will definitely be a bit quicker in the corner if that's the case. But so far I think Oreo is around, or not, but at least let me just go back to the penalties. We have Kevin with 5 seconds, then Puma and Garza with drive through, and Oreo at the back with a 3-second time penalty. As you can see, Garza not taking any risk, as he will have to serve the penalty anyway, so what's the point of taking risk? James is behind him, will be looking to overtake him. James is going to be pretty happy with the safety cars. James tries to go on the switchback. Does he send it? He does not send it. He thinks better of it and stays behind. He does not want to cause any more chaos, and has already been caused, so James just looking to find a way past Garza here into turn 10. He is not sending down the inside. It's a corner where you can actually send down the inside. If the person in front has a moment through turn 8 and 9, but Garza did not, so James not able to overtake. Will be looking to overtake Garza. Garza actually goes a bit wide, and James is passed on the exit. Garza overshot the corner there and went a bit onto the grass, as Garza is actually going to serve his drive to penalty. I think he was lifting that he does actually serve his drive to penalty this lap. And I think the same goes for Puma. Puma is actually standing still at pit entry. What was Puma doing? And that's gonna cost him a lot more unnecessary time, as Kevin moves past Jay to take the lead of the race. I think this is the first time Kevin is leading his race provisionally, so Kevin and Jay will definitely be fighting for the win here, as Kevin did in P3 of course, but obviously he has a 5-second time penalty, so that will not help him at all unless he suddenly finds a bit of a new pace, as Garza. Don't tell me you've retired on track. No, he's disconnected. Garza has been disconnected, so that's not ideal at all for Garza. We have had 5 people retiring or disconnecting on track this race so far, so that's 4 legit retirements from crashing, which one of them was into the pit wall. I think Bart to crash into the pit wall, so that's not ideal, and then the others were just incidents between other drivers, so we only have 10 legit drivers driving, as Jay moves past Kevin. These guys will just be switching places right now till the end of the race, recharging their battery, as currently Jay is on nearly 100% and Kevin is on 70%, as Kevin will just sweep past Jay here again, but I don't think Jay really cares, as he will overtake Kevin on the main straight. So Kevin taking the lead again, 10 laps left in this Grand Prix here, as currently James up into P5. He will be looking to contend for that win as well, but he will have to make up quite a bit of time. He will have to make up around, let's see, around 4 seconds to Jay and Kevin, and then obviously he still needs to recharge his ERS as well. He is only on 14% ERS, which is not ideal at all for James here. So. As I have missed Jay overtaking Kevin here again, as my dad actually came into my room, so I had to mute for a bit, as this time around Kevin does not overtake Jay here. So Jay is up front. We still obviously have 10 laps left in the race, so it does not really matter who's at the front right now, but I think Kevin just wants to recharge his ERS here, so that's pretty smart from Kevin here. He will be looking to overtake Jay later on again when his recharge, once his ERS is recharged again. So Jay leading this race right now, as James is catching up quite quickly. He is driving the same pace as Kevin and Jay are while being behind someone. Obviously, he will try and overtake Seaver this time around with DRS, so he's gonna spectate on board with James being absolutely on the rear of Seaver there. Will be looking to overtake as Oreo gets a 3-second time penalty, which is not ideal, but Oreo down into down in P9 does not have any pressure from behind, so that 3-second time penalty does not really matter, as James swoops past easily, making the move up into P4. He started in P18, he's up into P4. Don't tell me there's no safety car. Please, it's Puma is off in the final corner as Strutting gets a 3-second time penalty as well. Don't tell me there will be another safety car. Don't think so. I think Puma just spun as James is second behind Camdo right now. So James will be looking to overtake the tires. James having fresher tires than Camdo. He will be looking to get into the DRS and overtake Camdo and go on to put a bit of pressure on the front two guys who are driving, I think, pretty much the exact same pace as James is. James catching up quite quickly in the middle sector here, so that just shows James having a bit more wing on his car compared to Cam Dude. He's absolutely he's quite close behind Cam Dude already. Let's see if he can overtake Cam Dude on the straight. He's already gaining a bit here. Let's see if he can overtake him using his DRS here. I think he will easily overtake him down the inside of Cam Dude. Obviously has a 5-second time penalty, so it would be smart for him not to battle it too hard. It will only lose him valuable time at the end of the race. So Gaming James here overtaking someone actually retired. That's Puma retiring on track, and that's a full safety car at the perfect timing for James. This could not have gone any better for James. Let's see if anyone boxes to the softs. I think everyone should box to the softs. They will be a lot quicker and they will definitely last to the end of the race. So in my point of view, everyone should box to the softs. I think that's definitely the better strategy to go for right now. So Jay, I think you should box to those soft compounded tires. So that's the 5th safety car of the night so far. Only 10 people will finish the race. Garzo actually, who has been disconnected, will actually still claim a few points here, as right now Jay will be leading the race at the safety car research, unless he obviously decides to box and someone else does not decide to box. So let's see if Jay comes into the pits. I think he should come into the pits. Definitely should. Well, yeah, it was. As Jay actually comes in the pit, same does Kevin. Let's see if James does not box, so he stays out. I don't think that's the right call, James. I think we're gonna suffer from this at the end of the race. Sievert is still in between them, but I think if everyone boxes and Jay will just be behind James here, then James does actually not have any fresh set of softs. I think that's why James already went to the softs during the second safety car. As Puma has left the session, I think he's been disconnected, so we only have 8. Oh no, he actually already retired. So anyway, Jay in P4 right now. He will be overtaking Oreo, Seabird, and then James to go on and win this race. Kevin going through those mediums, fresh mediums. He will be a bit slower than Jay here. So Jay definitely has the best papers to win this race. My prediction will still stand at Jay as well. So Jay here looking to definitely win this. So it's gonna have to wait till the safety car comes in. as I think the safety car will definitely come in this lap. Never mind, Bono has boxed again, so Bono will have to catch up before the safety car comes in, but he's so far behind. What has he done in the pit lane, mate? Has he had a little wank and then a cup of tea as well? Mate, he has lost probably around 30 seconds in the pit lane. What a pit lane is. How do you lose 30 seconds in the pit lane at a safety car? No, that's just weird. Yeah, just waiting for Bono to catch up here. So I think the safety car will be in next lap. So just waiting. Waiting. We have actually got 5 safety cars, so we've had 15 laps of safety car. Half of this race has been safety car. We have had 9 retirements. What the fuck am I seeing? That's not ideal at all. Bono has caught up, so I reckon the safety car will be in this lap. The longer the safety car stays out, the easier it will be for James to defend, as safety car is in this lap. Jay has 1 lap for each of these guys, so he will be looking to overtake someone at the restart, and then it should be sorted for him to win this race, as his tires will be much quicker than the rest of the field. So he's waiting when James goes. If James is smart, he goes as late as possible to give Jay the least opportunity. He does not listen to me at all. Why does no one listen to me when I say just go late, as now Jay is on the rear of Oreo, and he will definitely overtake Oreo here around the outside of turn 1. Jay goes, does he make it stick? He goes around the outside, manages to keep it around the outside, take good minimum speed, and I think he has the move sorted. He does actually amazing move by Jay there. Very well done by Jay, as he goes around the outside of Kevin there, as was it Kevin? No, it was Oreo, right? Yeah, I think it was Oreo. Anyway, Kevin already on the back of Siebert here. He will be looking to overtake Siebert quite quickly as well, as I think he will just try and overtake down the inside here. He does actually overtake it, he sends it, as Siebert knows what time it is. Jay on those fresh softs is just a lot quicker, and then the next one up is James. Will Jay take the lead of the race here? He has overtaken 2 people in 1 lap, but the toughest one of them all is still to come, our champion James. Let's see if James is able to fend off Jay on those old mediums, while Jay is on those fresh softs, as currently the gap is quite big coming onto the straight. But as we know, Jay is running a bit higher wings than Jay is, so Jay should be able to overtake. Does he send it down into turn 1? I think he is gonna send it. No, he's not. He decides to stay behind and just wait for DRS probably, or another chance for him to overtake James, as James is using his ERS. Jay is not using ERS, so Jay is definitely trying to stay behind, as Jay just has a lot of overspeed. The boy is sending down the inside now. When I will stay patient, and James will keep leading his race. But obviously Jay has such a pace advantage that it does not really matter how long he stays behind. As soon as DRS is activated, he will definitely fly past him. And someone actually spun at the record. I'm not sure what that was about, but I think that was Oreo who was spun around, but I'm not sure, as Jay actually already gets James here on the traction, just pure traction around the outside. Does he make this move stick? I don't think he will. It will be very, very beautiful if he does. Well, he just collect the rear of James there a bit, but I think that was just inevitable. But Jay, they're looking to overtake. Look at the overspeed he has. He has lower wings, fresher tires, and he just absolutely blast past James here as DRS is enabled. So let's see if James is able to counter this time around. He will have to get an amazing exit on those old mediums, but he does not get an amazing exit with James. With Jay having those lower wings, this is going to be impossible for James to pull off unless he dives absolutely down inside and destroys Jay. But he doesn't know. As we know, James is a very, very fair driver, and James will actually have to look back more because Kevin is coming as well, and then Bono as well, and Camden as well. So James here under pressure from the guys behind. Jay will be looking to run away with it, but let's see if Jay decides to give James his DRS. James still inside of Jay's DRS, but the question is how long is it gonna take, as James actually gets a little bit of a wiggle there, and the gap is 9.5 tenths now, and Kevin does not send down the inside, but that is James losing DRS, and now the inevitable is gonna happen, and Kevin is gonna overtake James as well. James tumbling down the order, obviously on those older tires, has no ERS as well, as Kevin goes down the inside there. Let's see if Bono is able to overtake. Bono is quite a far back, so I don't think, as James actually overtakes Kevin again in turn 1, I'm not sure what happened there. I think James outbroke him on those older tires, but now it's the final lap. Let's see if Kevin overtakes James around the outside of turn 4. Let's see if he can make it stick. He definitely does make it stick, but let's see if James can fight back onto the run into the start-finish straight. Out of the final corner, we have entered the last lap. Jay is leading on those fresh, soft, compounded tires at the final race of season 5 in Group C. Let's see if Jay is able to take the win here and go all the way. And let's see if Kevin is able to stick on to P2, or if it's going to be James on those old mediums, 16 lap old mediums. Let's see if he's able to make a run down into the start-finish straight. But I don't think he was, just a bit too far back. I don't think he will even get DRS here, as James is gonna have to settle for P3 here. Very well done, obviously. He started at the back and he still manages to fight for the win. That's how we know James, as Jay wins the Brazilian Grand Prix, the final race of the season as well, and Kevin takes home P2, and James rounds off the final race in P3 here. As that is the race done, we can see the podium here. Jay finishing the race in P1, Kevin in P2, and then I think it was James in P3, our British guy, as James finishes the last season of the race in P3. Obviously James has won the driver standing, so there was no point for James to fight at this final race. Jay, as you can see, takes the round of the podium. Seabird in P4, Camden in P5, Kendricks in P6, Bono in P7, Strading in P8, Oreo in P9, and then Quarzo in P10. Those are the only guys that finished, so that is season 5 over. I'm not sure if there's going to be Group C next season, but I hope there is. I'm not sure if I'm going to be the commentator, because obviously I'm going to be busy with school and stuff as well. But I want to thank you guys for watching this race, and obviously tune in back next season again, as there will definitely be greater battles in this season. Maybe even a new champion, as I'm not sure if James is racing next season. It might be Darrell. Darrell looked pretty good through the season, but just lost out on points too many occasions, so not ideal for Darrell. But that is the final race of the season done, and I am going to go off, and I'm going to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys back next season again as well.